What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod back with another video, and today I'm going to show you guys what actually sold over this past weekend. And since it is Monday, it's around 1 o'clock right now, I'll pull some of the orders and I'll show you guys how I ship some of these stuff out. And without further ado, let's start with the Poshmark sales. So first up, we got this pair of Salomon running shoes for women. Like I said, these sold on Poshmark for 30 bucks. I was originally asking 39, but of course $30 is a solid offer for me. And I don't remember how much I spent, maybe $5 or $6 on these. So these will be going out today, and I usually ship all these type of stuff in the USPS shoe box. So I'll show you guys how I ship those out in a little bit, but let me just keep pulling some of these Poshmark orders. Next up was this pair of Stranger Things. Let me pull it out of the bin for you guys really quick. Like I said, this is a pair of the Stranger Things. I believe these are the Tailwind 85s, and these were brand new from Ross. I think I spent either $39.99 or $29.99, but I'm pretty sure it was $39.99 for these. And these sold on Poshmark as well for $109. That was my full asking price. Originally I was asking for a little more, but of course the market was completely flooded, so at that point I started to lower the price a little bit, and surprisingly they sold on Saturday, so these will also be going out today. And last but certainly not least, in terms of the Poshmark orders, here is a pair of Pegasus 35s. These were also from Ross, and I'll see if I can find the footage, because I remember grabbing these during their clearance sale when things were like $5 and $6. Some shoes on there was even like $2. I remember getting these cleats for I think $2.50 a piece. So these sold on Poshmark for $48. I was asking $59. These were sitting for a while, and they're a size 15. So size 15 isn't as popular, and it doesn't sell for as much as I would have liked it to, but I believe I spent no more than $10 on these. So this was definitely a good sale, and these will also be going out today. Alright, so now we're going to start with some of the eBay orders, and surprisingly I listed this Adidas track jacket. This is a size large, and I listed it as vintage, but I don't believe this is actually a vintage tag. This is probably like mid 2000s, so not a true vintage piece. I just used vintage and the keywords, but this is just a gray and red simple track jacket. Picked this up for I think $4 or $5 from a local thrift, and this one sold for 30 bucks with free shipping. It sold pretty quickly, so I was pretty glad about that. Usually some of the clothing items that I've been picking up takes a little longer to sell, so anytime I get some clothing items that sell really quickly, that's always a good thing. So this will be going out today, and hopefully it can go first class. It's not that heavy, but it might have to end up going in a legal flat rate or a small flat rate envelope just to save some money on shipping. Next up, as you guys can see, we got a pair of Adidas Pure Boosts, and this is the Pure Boost Go in a size 11, and these were brand new in the box, and this one sold for I believe $69.99 on eBay. So I'm not making a ton of profit on these, but I was able to grab these up for a really good deal, and I grabbed a bunch of these. So at this point I have about 4 pairs left in that one and about 6 in the other, so in the other colorway. So we were doing really good with shoes over the past couple of weeks. That's really what has been keeping us like really just continuously making some money. And as you guys can see, the shelves are kind of empty at this point, but you know, we're just gonna continue doing what it do. Still gonna you know, ship out what we can and try to source wherever we can. But this one will be selling for 70 bucks, so I think I'll probably make maybe 20 to 25 bucks in terms of profit on these. Next up is this hat that I've had over in this corner just to keep it safe. This hat is really dope in my opinion. It actually is the Phoenix Suns colorway, but it's kind of like a Looney Tunes collab. Brand new with the tags, Phoenix Suns logo on the back, and this hat in my opinion was super dope. I was asking 59 bucks with $5 shipping, and it sold for 50, of course with the $5 shipping as well. So this one I had to hold off on this. I waited for the right buyer. I was getting offers for like 25 and 30 bucks, but I knew this hat was super rare and I wouldn't accept anything less than 50. So if you guys find any of these Looney Tunes like hats with anything like NBA related, anything with like the Looney Tunes right now is super hot. A lot of people like it, and the colorway on this is really dope. So this one sold for 50 bucks, and I'll show you guys how I ship this one a little later. So this one was a really nice surprise for me. I actually just picked up all of these Fila shoes from Burlington a couple days ago because they just opened back in my area, and as soon as I listed them, 2 of them sold, and they were actually half off. So I got these for a really good deal, and they sold for 80 bucks free shipping. 11. So the size 12 had sold, and the size, I believe the size 9 sold. So I still have a size 9 and I still have a size 10. And at first when I was seeing these Fila sneakers in Burlington, I wasn't picking them up because the market was flooded, and now people are actually wanting these really, really badly. I even seen some of the other Grand Hill Fila sneakers selling for 100 plus. So this one wasn't selling for that much money, but I'm just glad that it sold so quick because I just picked these up on Friday. So really good profit with these, and I'm just happy that they sold so fast. Alright, y'all, so next is another pair of shoes that I just picked up from Burlington as well. These are a pair of Nike running shoes. These are the Windflow 6, and I think these were 15 bucks in Burlington because all of the shoes were 50% off. And like I said, I picked this up on Friday and they sold, I think these sold on Sunday morning, so this was a really quick sale as well. And I was just glad that I still decided to go to Burlington, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have had so many sales to pull and ship out over this weekend. So just going to Burlington was a really good decision. So if the ones in your area are open, I might do a separate video talking about Burlington, but just expect long lines and slow service. Alright, y'all, so next up we have this flash. This is a bounce flash. I don't remember exactly which camera this is for, but these vintage flashes are still really popular. I sold maybe 5 or 10 since this quarantine has started. I really been focusing a lot on electronics because I've been able to find them for a really good deal. And I think I spent $1 for this one, and I think it sold for like $13 or $14 on eBay. So not a ton of profit was made, but it's just one of those things that kind of just build up the sales and just kind of helps me build up some momentum, because during these times, if I can make any type of sales, it really just makes my day. Now next up we got a pair of these Polo Ralph Lauren pants in this salmon colorway, and this one sold on eBay for 30 bucks. No, $39.99 I believe these sold for. Maybe it was $29.99. I'll have to throw the screenshot up on here for you guys, but this is the size that sold, size 34, 32, and I have a bunch of these left, and I also have more in another bin. I had a ton of these. I probably sold 10 pants so far, but the real thing that's been selling so far is the shorts, and I sold another pair as well, so let me pull that one out for you guys right now. Alright, y'all, like I said, it was a bunch of shorts that have been selling, and here's another pair that sold. This one was in the size 38, and I picked up a bunch of shorts from Dillard's. If you guys follow the channel, you guys know I picked up all those shorts. Some were like $1.75 and others were about $3. And I know the pink polo pants, all of those were like $2.50. That's why I was able to grab so many of them. Second pair of shorts that sold. So these both sold for about 22 bucks a piece with free shipping. So not a ton of profit, maybe like $12 or $13 in terms of profit, but I had well over 100 pair of shorts. So I made my profit. I made a ton of profit on these already, and I still have a ton left between these two bins that we have here and the other bins in the other closet. So far so good. That was a really good investment, and now is the time when people are buying shorts, so I'm glad I had kind of prepared for these type of times.
They know what I'm on. Stop with the and give me the throne. Hey, let's go. Worst back in the day, and so I can't complain. For all the times I pray carnivores don't come take. Cause it's poppin' up opportunists, I can't salute it. They raising red flags instead of raising solutions. I'm trying to do what's best for me. Okay, right hand's on the wall because it's destiny. First time I own, but right hand man ain't nothing left for me. I left him, see, you can't hold me back like elementary. What's meant for me? You can keep the fame, see, I just want the payment. She be writing, I'm alright with raining. Oh baby girl, just say my name. If I make a girl, I can make the world say my name. You can keep the fame, see, I just want the payment. She be writing, I'm alright with raining. Oh baby girl, just say my name. If I make a girl, I can make the world say my name. They know what I'm on. Stop with the and give me the throne. I can make the world say my name. The devil wishing dead on me, he dead to me. And throw a middle finger to my deadbeat dad, I must be dead to him. I'm deadly with the pen, the paper calling me. Now everybody but him better say my name. You can keep the change. Pockets big and I figure they wanna take credit for being self-made. Price in the way I exchange. You don't know how I do it. Hey, I got field goals for my kicks on, with my Ricks on, how I boot it. I'm trying to do what's best for me. A million fucking names in my directory. Hating, you can get from next to me. You stressing me. Your vibe that throws me off was never meant for me. I'm meant to be. You can keep the fame, see, I just want the payment. She be writing, I'm alright with braining. Oh, baby girl, just say my name. If I make a girl, I can make the world say my name. You can keep the fame, see, I just want the payment. She be writing, I'm alright with braining. Oh, baby girl, just say my name. If I make a girl, I can make the world say my name. They know what I'm on. Stop with the then give me the throne. I can make the world say my name.
Y'all, so we are all finished and packed up and everything is ready to go. I didn't want to show everything that I was shipping because at the end of the day, once you've seen some of these items get packaged, you've seen them all. For me, I just like to ship stuff really fast, get it out to the buyer. I don't do too much frills and too much bows and stickers and stuff like that. Especially with Poshmark orders, I just try to get those out as soon as possible because I'm someone that buys on Poshmark a lot and I use it a lot for sourcing. And sometimes I'll get a bunch of like wrapping tissue and paper and plastic and all these type of frilly stuff, but then the shoe wouldn't be as described and I'll still have to return it. So at the end of the day, I don't try to waste any time or any money on any fancy packing material. So I just wanted to show you guys how I prepare some of these stuff to go out. Just show you guys how it really is for me. And the only thing that I do want to talk about is that hat. Since that hat was a $50 hat, usually I would just throw some, I might put it in a poly mailer sometimes, try to wrap it up securely with bubble wrap just to make sure that it's safe. But since this one was a $50 hat and the buyer did pay for shipping, I just wanted to make sure that the buyer would get it in the best condition possible. That's why I tried to reuse one of these older boxes that I had laying around the house. And at the end of the day, it was only 6 ounces. So I still only paid about $3 and some change to ship that item out. And once the buyer gets it, they'll definitely feel happy and they'll know that the hat was really nice and secure, because I used to rock snapback hats all the time and I would hate when I buy the hat it's actually squished up in the mail. So keep that in mind if you guys are selling hats, especially if you're selling hats like $20 or more. People just want to see that you took some real care with their orders. And in terms of the shoes, like I said, is if it's not going through Poshmark, any shoes brand new in box, I usually put it in a bag. I might wrap it up with some bubble wrap to make sure that it's safe. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending on the shoe. But these in particular, I use pirate ship to ship these orders out, and that's just the cheapest method for me to ship out shoes. And I'm gonna do a video on that later on just to show you guys how I do it. And I used it for these 3 orders. These 2 were the Fila sneakers, the size 12 and the size 10, and this one was the Adidas Pure Boost Go. So that's all I got for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Stop with the and give me the throne.
Hey, let's go. Worst back in the day, and so I can't complain. For all the times I pray carnivores don't come take. Cause it's poppin' up opportunists, I can't salute it. They raising red flags instead of raising solutions. I'm trying to do what's best for me. Okay, right hand's on the wall because it's destiny. First time I own, but right hand, man, ain't nothing left for me. I left him, see, you can't hold me back like elementary. What's meant for me